Hi guys, I showed you I picked up this little Mini in a charity shop for 75 pence. It's a pull cord mechanism. Unfortunately it's not working, and when I looked at it in the first video I could see there was bits of hot glue in here. Not quite sure what's going on there. So we'll take it apart and see if we can figure out what's wrong with it. This one's made by Lanard toys. I did say that in the original video, but I'll say it again now for those people who didn't see the original video. Alright, that one doesn't want to come out. I do have a playlist of my Lanard toys. I've bought a few of them over the years in charity shops. Okay, so that's our pull cord motor. So we've got a flat spring, I think they call it. A bit of hair. And then you pull that to wind the spring up. Can you see that? Yeah, spring winds up and it unwinds when you let it go. Now on the face of it, it should all be working. Although, if I keep my finger on the wheel, it still spins. So the wheel is loose on the axle. You can see that one is anyway. So that one's completely loose. This one's fairly loose. And then looking in there, that looks to me like that gear is loose on there as well. I should think somebody's taken it apart for some reason. You've got a bit of hot glue on the screw there as well. So I would think somebody's taken it apart for some reason, and when they put it back together it didn't stay together. That wheel shouldn't be spinning. That should be fixed on the shaft. So what are we going to do about it is the question. You've got to get it off, got to get the wheels off the shaft, off the axle, before we can lift the motor out, because it's got to come through the axle's got to come through these slots. So that's not going to happen. I'll have a think what I can do about it. Well, the good news is also the bad news. Those wheels came off fairly easily off the shafts axle there. You can see the I'll call it knurling, I don't know what the proper word is, where we've got rings round the axle that are supposed to grip the plastic of the wheel. So we've got to try and figure out some way of making that grip again. I could probably try filling it with super glue rather than the hot glue that they tried. I think that's hot glue. Yeah, it's soft, it's hot glue. So I could probably try my super glue with a bit of baking powder in it and see if that might hold it together. The wheels are interesting. They've got, looks like some sort of metal weight in there to try and give them a bit of extra, oh, drop that on the floor, a bit of extra mass or weight. That piece there hasn't got it in the front wheels, so I think they've added that to, as I say, give the wheels a bit more mass, whether it's to help them grip so it doesn't spin so fast. First time I've seen that on a toy car. It may not be the only toy car that has it, but it's the first time I've seen it on a toy car. So it's like little lead weights. And they are loose in there, they do slide about. I wonder if I can get one out. And that was easy enough. I just turned the wheel over to see if I could get it out, and it fell out. So yeah, it's a little weight to try and give the wheels more mass, which I would think is to stop the wheels spinning. Okay, well, I'll go and get some super glue and some baking powder and see if we can do a job that's going to hold them in place. On the spines, no, spines would be straight, I would have said. Knurling is usually cross-hatched, but yeah, we'll call that knurling. Right, to try and get a bit of extra grip, I suppose, or interference fit, I'm just squeezing my cutters on the end here. Trying to, anyway. Just to try and roughen the surface up a bit. So you can see that. Because basically where the wheels have been forced off, I think they were put on, well, they could have been forced on, or they could have been put on warm to make them a little bit pliant to go over the knobbly bits. And I'm just trying to rough it up so they'll grip. Yeah, so I'm going to put some baking powder on there, quite literally baking powder, just a dusting, and then put super glue in there and push it on. And the idea is the baking powder, well, it helps the super glue go off, but it will also again provide some sort of interference fit in there and hopefully make those wheels grip. Yeah, right. Yeah, quite literally baking powder. So just dusting it. I'll try and do them both at once. Still got one on the floor somewhere. Well, no idea if this is going to work, but we'll find out, won't we? So a bit of super glue in there. Don't really want too much in there. That probably is too much. Tire on there, tire on there. Okay, leave that for a few seconds and see if that grips. Right, give it a try. I don't know if I can do this with one hand. I will gently put my foot on it. Pull it back. Okay. Well, that appears to work. So we'll put the body shell back on. I did say, I think I said, I thought the brass gear on the shaft was slipping, but that doesn't appear to be the case. That appears to be okay. brass gear on the back axle there. That seems to be fine. It was just the wheels were slipping. Yeah, that works. Well, I'm pleased with that. Definitely got a bit of a left turn, but it works. So a pull cord Lanard Mini Cooper. Summary time. What have we got? We've got a charity shop gold or garbage find. Picked up in a charity shop in the RSPCA in Nailsea for 75p. And when I got it home and tried it, it didn't work because the back wheels were loose on the axle. Somebody had clearly tried to fix it with hot glue and that didn't work. I pulled them off, put them back on again using super glue with a little bit of baking powder, and that seems to be working at the moment. And the interesting thing was the back wheels have got looks like lead or heavy metal inserts in them, discs in them, to give them extra weight, which is either to stop them spinning so that the car goes forwards when you let it go, or the other thing is it will help the flywheel effect of the wheels and help it to run on a little bit when power's run out. It's doing about 5 meters. I expect I could spend time playing with it and try and improve that, but yeah, having got one that didn't work and fixed it, I'm pleased. So yeah, happy with that.
Hey, thanks for watching. There's plenty of videos on my main channel with more added daily, so don't forget to subscribe and enable the notifications to keep you up to date with my new releases. You can help keep my channel running by donating $1 on Patreon to buy me coffee. You can always find more information in the video description. Thanks again for watching.